Hello, welcome to episode number 219 of the TEW Challenge Run. This is going to be Friday Night SmackDown for week 4 of January, and it is the go-home show for the Royal Rumble. We got all Raw shit sorted out last episode. John Cena Appreciation Night, hectic ending, big ending, if you haven't seen it. But yeah, so without any further ado, let's jump straight into this show. Sasha opens the show, and she's like in the ring, and Tegan really thought she was going to get away with my title because she thought I was going to sit back and just let her steal my championship. A championship she did not earn, by the way. A championship she only earned because Mickey showed her true colours and stabbed me in the back after everything I did to revitalise her career. I don't know where Mickey's at, but Mickey won't be here for the Royal Rumble, Tegan, so it's just going to be just me, just you. Indy's injured, Dana's off calculating stats and preparing for the actual Rumble match itself. But you and I, we're going to be there one-on-one, and we're going to finally see you put in your place because you can't hang with me. The only reason you have my title is because of outside interference, and I'm going to take it back because I'm the goddamn boss. And you're just a rookie. You don't deserve my championship. And you won't have it for much longer. Enjoy the 48 more hours you're going to hold that title for. Because I'm taking it back at the Rumble. So simple but effective message from Sasha. She go one-on-one with Tegan for the SmackDown title at the Rumble. 76. Just a quick, tag team match. I actually said this was a Royal Rumble qualifier because I think the Prophets are in the Rumble. So they qualify over the Viking Raiders. Montez Ford pins Eric with a frog splash. 80 for Montez, 73 for Dawkins, 73 for Eric, and a 77 for Ivar. And the Street Profits are getting momentum on their side ahead of the Royal Rumble this Sunday. Yeah. After the match, they cut. Montez Ford cuts a promo, and he's like, "Oh, I'm ready for the Royal Rumble. Me and Dawkins. Doesn't care where we end. Last year I was number 1 in the Royal Rumble. This year I could be number 1 again. I'm winning it. And I'm going to WrestleMania because Roman Reigns or Finn Balor, they don't want the smoke." And Dawkins like, "Yeah, that's right, fam. And even if Tez doesn't go to Mania, I'll go to WrestleMania because I'm going to do it, fam. It's lit. Smoke season." And then Bivens Enterprises come out. And Bivens is like, "I don't know what you two are talking about because neither of you are going to win the Royal Rumble because the winner of the Royal Rumble is standing on this stage. And for once I'm not talking about myself because I won't be in the Royal Rumble, but AJ Styles, the phenomenal AJ Styles, will be in the Royal Rumble. The former Universal Champion, the prize fighter Kevin Owens, he'll be in the Royal Rumble. And this big son of a bitch, almost as big as me, Omos, this big son of a bitch, he'll be in the Royal Rumble too. Good luck eliminating this man, Tez, Angelo, because when any of my 3 men win the Royal Rumble, then finally the respect will be put on my name and theirs." And Tez like, "You're talking a lot, Bivens. Well, why don't you come to this ring and make us be quiet, shut our mouths?" Bivens like, doesn't sound like a bad idea. And then Omos waddles down to the ring, and the Street Profits trying to want to assault him, but Omos, of course, overpowers both, ends up leaving them both laying, and this will be a threat for the Royal Rumble. Now Kayla's with Damian Priest, and she's like, "Priest, in 48 hours you're going to be in your first ever Royal Rumble match," because he wasn't in last year because he was in the church. So he's in this year. He's like, "Kayla, a lot of stress, a lot of preparation. Only a handful of people have ever won their first ever Royal Rumble appearance. And I'm going to put my name on that list." And then Randy Orton comes in. He's like, "Kid, you did good last week, but here's a lesson for you in the Rumble. Stay out of my way." Because last year, John Cena, he won the 3rd Royal Rumble. He became tied record holder for Royal Rumble victories. And I plan on joining that illustrious crew this year. So whether it's you, whether it's Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, or even Omos, nobody can stop me on my path to greatness." And then Big E sort of just walks into frame and just start, when he had the Money in the Bank and he would pop up next to Heyman in segments and just laugh at him. He just walks in, he sort of just starts laughing at Randy Priest, as if to say, haha, I'm going to win the Royal Rumble, my guy. 70? What the fuck is this? Just a quick Royal Rumble test, because both these women are going to be in the Rumble. Alexa beats Dani Luna, 7:48. Twisted Bliss, 70 rated match, 66 for Alexa, 47 for Dani Luna. Great chemistry, which lifted the match, that's fine, but... yeah, I didn't expect that to do that well. After the match, we get generic segment of women coming out. Alexa wants to win the Royal Rumble, but so does Bayley, so does Candice, so does Bianca, so does Dani. Big brawl, they all get tossed over. And then the last two in the ring are Candice and Bayley, who have sort of been, like, allied recently. And then obviously they go to leave when Bayley does the thing, I'm going to toss my friend over the top rope. If that happens on Sunday, you're out, Candice. And she's like, fair play, but we'll see. Every woman for herself, Bayley, let's go. Just that generic segment to hype up the Rumble where, oh my god, they threw their friend over the top rope. Kayla's backstage with Zelina and Andrade. And she's like, tonight you challenge Aleister Black to a match, a Royal Rumble qualifier. And Aleister Black, he's been pretty dangerous. We haven't really seen what he's capable of since he came back to WWE, but he's been pretty dangerous in the past. What made you accept this match? And she's like, well, I have to be confident of Andrade's ability, you see. Me and Andrade have really rehabbed ourselves over the last few months even, and Aleister Black thinks he could do the same thing. Well, let me tell you. And then Andrade sort of puts his hand over Zelina's microphone, and he's like, I will win because I have the legado de la sombra. And he walks out. $65, just a random... Hold on. Oh, I thought I was going to sneeze, that's why I pulled away. 65 rated match, the new United States champion who dethroned Bobby Roode last week. Braun Breaker is here and he beats Dijakovic in 9:45. He gets a 44 and a 71 for Dijakovic. But yeah, Braun Breaker is now on SmackDown. He officially re-debuted, won the US title, and now he's here to kick ass and beat your ass and go get a dog and all that stuff. Starting a recliner, probably beat him with. Roode is watching the match on the screen backstage, and Kayla comes up to me. He's like, Bobby, obviously, what are your thoughts on Braun Breaker taking your championship and your match with Dolph Ziggler this Sunday? He's like, really, Kelly, you want to get my thoughts? You know there's obviously a lot on my mind right now. First, this rookie comes in and shows me up because I was distracted by that son of a bitch Dolph Ziggler. He's holding my title, and I will get that title back once I've dealt with Ziggler. But first, it's Ziggler's final stand this Sunday at the Royal Rumble. I quit. I'm going to make him say I quit, and that will be him gone. We'll never hear the name Dolph Ziggler ever again. We'll never have to worry about him ever again. And then when that's happened, Kayla, then that kid is on my agenda. Riddle and Gulak just having a chat backstage about the Rumble. Like, haha, I'm going to win the Rumble with my technical expertise. Riddle's like, nah, bro, this Rumble is mine, dude. I'm going to throw everybody over the top rope because I like being high or some shit, whatever. Weed puns from Riddle and Gulak being like, oh, I'm going to win. I'm a former US champion. Whoa, this also got a 70, but it's also higher than I was expecting. The match between Sugar Rush and Ember and Shotzi happens. And Ember and Shotzi pick up the win, obviously, because they're the ones wrestling for the tag titles on the kickoff this Sunday. It's on the kickoff because all four of them are going to be in the Rumble, so I can afford to put it on the kickoff. And Ember pins Xia with the Eclipse. 50 for Xia, 48 for Candy for loss, 70 for Shotzi, and a 70 for Ember. After the match, Io and Kairi sort of just walk out onto the stage and like order Shotzi and Ember to come and fight them. Like they've got Io comes on with a kendo stick or whatever. Kairi's got her telescope that she can smack people with. And they're like, come bring that tank up here, boy. And Shotzi and Ember are like, nah, and sort of just dip through the crowd. Like, now we'll save it till Sunday. And here when Kyrie are like, come on, pussies, come on. New America. Sammy is, of course, still not looking up. He's still just sitting there looking at the floor. And Ali and the rest of the message come in. He's like, what's the matter, Sammy? Look at me, Sammy. And Sammy finally looks up and looks at Ali. He's like, what we did was right. You see, for too long, John Cena has been an idol to these people. And look where that's got this company. In the dirt. It's somebody had to tell Old Yeller that it was time to go behind the shed. And people are going to hate that it's somebody that looks like me, talks like me, sounds like me, has my name. People are going to hate that I was the one that did it. And that you were there, and Mia Yim, and Kushida, and Babatunde. But it had to be done, Sammy, because we're going to alienate a couple of people along the way. But that's okay, because I'm okay with making people hate us, Sammy, because people already do. People would hate us if I was John Cena. Just because of my name, my background, all that stuff. Now Mia, she's the only one of us in the Royal Rumble, Sammy. But it's okay, because it is your fault that we're not in the Royal Rumble, and don't you worry, Sammy, I do forgive you. But I'm going to need you to cooperate with me. And you can't say no, because you're one of us. So what you need to do is you are going to go to Raw next week. And you are going to see if John Cena's back. You're going to see if Kurt Angle is back. Hey, if they're not, I'm sure Pete Dunne will be there. He decided to stick his nose in where it wasn't wanted. And you need to finish the job, Sammy. You need to deliver this. You will be our messenger. And Sammy just sort of looks really like fucking just fed up. He's like, hey, I don't like it any more than you do, but maybe you should have fought twice before, costing us that tag team match and the spots in the Royal Rumble. Because if you try and halt my message, Sammy, I will make you regret it. Okay, buddy? Now cheer up, because sooner or later, you're finally going to be accepted for who you are. So Ali again manipulating Sammy, saying he has to go to Raw because he fucked up that tag match last week. An 80. Apparently there's a lack of psychology between these two. Which, whatever. I don't agree. They could easily go 2025. Oh, I'm so tired today. But Andrade gets the win when Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza, it doesn't say Raul Mendoza, but I did program him in. Look. Oh, it does. Wait, no. Wait, what? It says Andrade won with underhanded tactics. We had Joaquin Wilde run in. But and as I'm actually attacked by Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza should interfere against Aleister Black as the finish. But the finish wasn't. Raul Mendoza interfering. So Andrade did have a plan. And he's in the Royal Rumble, Aleister Black is not. And this sure is a little interesting group. Is this what Andrade meant when he said Legado de la Sombra? Contract signing main event. Pierce and RJ, of course RJ's there. And yes, they bring out Seth Rollins first, then the entire bloodline come out. Roman sits at the head of the table, etc. And Roman's like, Seth, before we sign this, I'm tired of this, man. tired of me and you, like, it's Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns again for the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble. Seth, come on, how many times do I have to show you up? And Seth's like, but literally, I beat you last time. And Roman's like, shush, I don't want to hear it. This ends at the Royal Rumble, Seth. Whether you like it or not, because when I beat you, you're not allowed another shot at my title as long as I still hold my title. And I don't plan on dropping my title anytime soon, Seth, so you may as well pack it up back to the bingo halls where, you know, wherever Ambrose went, may as well go off over there. And then obviously, ooh. And Seth's like, first of all, I'm not tired of this. I will not rest until I take this championship and bring you back down to earth, Roman. You want me to accept that if I lose, then I'm not allowed to wrestle for the championship again? So be it, because I'm not gonna lose, because I can't lose. But I want one thing from you, Roman. Because your entire life, your entire career, you've always relied on other people. Whether it be me and Mox, whether it be the Usos, Jacob Fatu, you've always had somebody there behind you and who has your back, and that doesn't even have to be someone physically in your presence, because God knows there are people back there that have your back and go and bat for you. So I'm willing to accept, but I want you to accept my terms. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, no Jimmy Uso, no Jacob Fatu, and no Paul Heyman. And Roman, he sort of looks, he looks gotten to and shaken, but he's never going to show it, and he's like, just doesn't say anything and just sneers at Seth and signs the contract and shoves it over to him. And Seth's like, fine by me. And Seth signs it and he walks out because he knows that he's going to get ambushed by the Bloodline. And Roman's just left there snarling up at Seth as he walks out and ends the show. 87, that's fine. Because the main event went a bit long, apparently, according to the game. But yeah, the build to the Rumble is done, so editing must begin. But anyway, yeah, what matters more than the 87 is what you thought of the show, so do let me know what you thought in the comments below. And I'll see you next time for episode 210, which will be the 2022 Royal Rumble. See you then.